This story is flat out ridiculous. All right. It involves the Rooney Rule, which has been in place since 2003. Now, let's be clear. It is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Yet, even with this rule, all right, the hiring practices involving NFL teams has been shoddy at best. And I'll go over a few examples a little later on. But the Attorney General of Florida is pouncing on the current moment we are in this country.
I'm Attorney General James Uthmeier. Next week, the NFL's annual league meeting begins in Phoenix, Arizona, and the NFL draft is only a month away. Ahead of the annual meeting, my office is sending a letter to the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell regarding the league's hiring practices. Specifically, the use of the so-called Rooney Rule, which requires NFL teams to interview candidates based on race. The NFL's use of the Rooney Rule violates Florida law by requiring race-based considerations in hiring. Florida law is clear. Hiring decisions cannot be based on race, and the Rooney Rule mandates race-based interviews and incentivizes race-based decisions. That's discrimination. We're demanding the NFL suspend the Rooney Rule, and failure to do so may result in enforcement actions against the league for race-based discrimination. NFL teams and their fans don't care about the race of the coaching staff. They want a merit-based system that gives their team the best chance to win. Thank you.
There's a lot to dissect here, okay? First off, in 2026, do you know how many head coaches are black? I'll give you just 1 to 3 seconds. I actually said the number. It's 3. Robert Saleh, by the way, who many casuals might point to, he's getting a second chance gig with the Tennessee Titans. I think he will be very successful. He is of Lebanese descent. For offensive coordinators, take a guess. Again, just guess. 2. How about general managers? I'll give you 1 more second. 4. That is where we are at, with a league whose labor force, predominantly the players, over 70% black. This is underrepresentation even with a rule in place that should be helping the cause a little bit, at least on the surface. So Sporting News wrote, regardless of age, front offices are prioritizing offensive-minded head coaches like never before. In fact, 2026 will feature more head coaches with offensive backgrounds than ever before, with 22, the most in any year of the Super Bowl era. Here's the issue. This is structural racism. And it's something that I think a lot of casual to even super fans of the National Football League will not think about or understand. So let's just delve a little bit deeper. As I covered in 2020, offensive coordinator is the pipeline for NFL head coaching hires in the league. What's important to note is coaches of color are disproportionately represented at the position. In 2009, 9% of offensive coordinators were minorities. That figure plummeted even lower nearly a decade later to 3%. Thus, the counter is, well, what's the data with the defensive coordinators? Why can't the defensive coordinators make it into head coaches? You know what the problem is? Maybe they're just not good enough. Maybe that DEI thing is right. Maybe they didn't earn it. That's the issue. No, it's not. It's not the issue at all. Micah Adams reports the last 10 years reveal that defensive coordinator opportunities led to head coaching offers at a significantly lower rate than their offensive counterparts. Plus, since 2024, and including this year's hires so far, there have been 32 NFL coordinators under 40, including 18 on the offensive side, and all 18 are white. So, what exactly is Uthmeier doing with this video? Does it have any legal standing? Former Miami Marlins president David Sampson, with Meadowlark Media, wrote, feels like a hostage video. It's arguably the funniest thing he's ever said. And side note, his legal argument puts the flaw in flawed. That's worthy of a golf clap. That's a decent tweet. That's decent. As of this taping, the NFL has not issued a statement in response to the Florida AG. The Fritz Pollard Alliance, however, did. Here's what they said in a statement to Pro Football Talk. The Rooney Rule does not limit opportunity, it expands it. It doesn't cap who a club can consider or dictate who gets hired, and it's not a hiring rule. What it does is increase fair competition and ensure a true merit-based process by opening the door beyond the traditional tap-on-the-shoulder system. So the best candidates from all backgrounds are actually seen, evaluated, and can compete. So what is it all about exactly? Politico has more. The move by Uthmeier aligns with ongoing attempts by Florida's conservative leaders to rid the state of diversity, equity, and inclusion-aligned policies, from public schools to colleges and now even local governments. But taking on the NFL, which prides itself on diversity programs like the Rooney Rule, would be a significant escalation of that fight. Here's the other part about this, okay? Uthmeier is a Ron DeSantis disciple. That should tell you something. He is also really good at playing politics, because what he has now done is copied several team and federal officials on his letter to the league, including chair and managing general partner of the Miami Dolphins, Stephen Ross, who has helped Donald Trump with fundraisers, Brian Glazer, owner and co-chair of the Buccaneers, once again a Trump supporter, and Shad Khan, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, a Trump supporter. The letter also went to Harmeet Dillon, Assistant Attorney General for the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division, and Andrea Lucas, Chair of the United States Equal Employment and Opportunity Commission. Remember, though, let's recall this, okay? And not just go right past it. This is what they want. Right here. This is the symbolism in the eradication of diversity, equity, and inclusion practices to anoint a drunk, to anoint someone. Will Wade is leaving NC State to become coach at LSU. Oh, my gosh. That's a whole nother story. Someone who is completely unqualified. Someone who is, according to the reports, potentially using jets and planes supplied by the United States government to have a good time with Corey Lewandowski and much more. This is what they want. And there is also another factor at play here, and it is this. Nepotism plays a humongous role in the National Football League, whether people want to see it or not. And with the power structures that be, it is predominantly in coaching a white man's game. And when one looks out for the other and potentially comes up the ranks or even has a history with that person and their family and they're involved in football, they are always going to look out for each other. It is an uphill battle, and it's going to continue. I say to all of this, my dog's barking. I say to all of this, it is crap. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.